This city, look at that landscape. This is the site. We don't normally do greenfields, but this one is about to be built. So they brought us in to intercede. This is their plan. It's a rubber stamp grid that they laid right on that landscape, and they brought us in and said, what would you do? This is what they would end up with, which is another color photograph. So this is the existing site. So this is what it looks like now, and here's our proposal. So the way we approach this is we study the hydrology very carefully. We study the biota, the ancient biota, the current farming, and the protocols. We study the winds and the sun to make sure everybody in the city will have fresh air, fresh water, and a direct sunlight in every single apartment at some point during the day. We then take the parks and lay them out as the ecological infrastructure. We lay out the building areas. We start to integrate commercial mixed use so that people all have centers and places to be. The transportation is all very simple. Everybody's within 5-minute walk of mobility. We have 24-hour street so that there's always a place that's alive. The waste systems all connect. If you flush a toilet, your feces will go to the sewage treatment plants, which are sold as assets, not liabilities, because who wants the fertilizer factory that makes natural gas? The waters are all taken into constructed wetlands for habitat restorations, and then it makes natural gas, which then goes back into the city to power the fuel for the cooking for the city. So these are fertilizer gas plants. And then the compost is all taken back to the roofs of the city where we've got farming, because what we've done is lifted up the city, the landscape into the air to restore the native landscape on the roofs of the buildings. The solar power of all the factory centers and all the industrial zones with their light roofs powers the city. And this is the concept for the top of the city. We've lifted the earth up onto the roofs. The farmers have little bridges to get from one roof to the next. We inhabit the city with work-live space on all the ground floors. And so this is the existing city, and this is the new city.